Okay, so let's see. Let me make sure my settings are okay. Okay, so this week we're going to get back into layout a little bit more. Last week we did sort of the foundation of editing and track changes. And this week we're going to start creating custom templates of our own, and then attaching building blocks to them. These things like we auto text other stuff from the Quick Parts Gallery. Um, I think this week is going to be fairly easy for everyone because we've already gotten the essentials of layout under our belts. Once you know how to put together various design elements in Word, it's very, very easy to save them to a template that you're going to use over and over. So first, why do we want to create custom templates? Lots of different reasons. In your job, say you work for a company that wants all reports to look a certain way, or all memos to look a certain way, or have a specific style for citations. You might want to set up a template so you can just pull it out and start writing new content without having to worry about remembering about every single formatting preference every single time. Um, and chances are you might actually work with a company that has templates already set up for you, but sometimes you want to do your own. You might be a self-published author and want all of your books to have the same aesthetic as a way of sort of maintaining and building your brand. So you can create a template to use for all your books, and then when you're ready to uh, write, you put all of your work into that template, and then you've got a consistent style across all your publications. So I'm going to just set up a quick layout for you. It's going to be just very bare bones because I don't want to belabor this too much time. Too much. I'm just going to go with a. I'm going to take one of these automatic headings. Just, set it up there. I'm going to insert uh, a border. Uh, let's go with a dark blue. And then I'm going to hit enter and set up what font I want. Okay, so you can do way more complex stuff within this. You can set up headings, your margins, your page size, anything we covered in the week 5 layout week, and any of the stuff we covered in week 2 as sort of the word basics. You can set that up here, but I'm doing something really simple because I don't want to belabor the point. Anyway, so we've got this very simple little template here. Now what we're going to do, I'll just hit Control S because it'll take it to Save As. So this is very important. So we're in Save As. Click down here. Save this as a Word template. Don't save it as a document. Save it as a template, and then give your template a name. Oh, and I did not actually save that to our class folder. It's now lost in the mess that is my disorganized documents, but oh well. Basically, hey, now we have a template. Um, so to use your template, you close out, go into your documents. Let's see, let's find it. Class template 1. So there it is. So I click on it and open it. I am going to just type something. I go to save it. I hit Control S. Notice Word has automatically defaulted to saving it as a Word document. So I've saved it. So what happens is Word defaulted to saving it as a Word doc. I have not changed the template. When I clicked on that template and opened it, Word created a copy, so the actual, this heading wasn't affected. This border here wasn't affected. It kept everything the same, so that I can just type in here, hey, I can fix the heading, but the style is maintained. Um, and I save the document, but I have not made any changes to the original template. Say I just pulled the original template up, but it lists it as a document too. It's created this copy of it. So that template is set. You can't go in and mess with it. Something else I want to point out is, let's go to Save As. You can create, see this here, macro enabled template. Basically, if you want to, we've gone through macros in week 4. I showed you how to save macros to a specific document. If you want your template to have macros attached to it, then you need to save it in this macro-enabled template format. So, in week 4, we created some macros, saved them to documents, and you sent those specific documents to me. If you want to do that with a template, you have to save it as a macro-enabled template. Otherwise, it just won't carry through if you email that template to another person or share it on a network drive for other people to use. If you want to use macros at any point during the writing or design process, save as a Word macro-enabled template. That is very, very important. Sorry to belabor that. It's just important. So basically, this is the crux of it. You already know how to design a document, and now you know how to save it as a template that you can pull up and use over and over and over again. And now I want to show you, so I mentioned that, if you want to attach a macro, you would write a macro, but then you'd have to, save it to the document and save it as a macro-enabled template. Anyway, let's go into the Insert tab, go over to Quick Parts, because I want to draw your attention back to Quick Parts and the building blocks organizer, specifically because when you set up, auto text or something in the quick part gallery, or a specific, document property like an email address or a specific header, anything you save in quick parts gets saved to your version of Word on your computer. You can't necessarily send it easily to a specific, you can't necessarily transmit it to another user. But when we can actually set up specific building blocks and save them to a template, and then send that template along to someone, and then they have not just the template, but any specific some text. So I'm going to close. So we've created a template. Now this is important. You create your template and then you save it. So I created this class template when I saved it. Then to make building blocks work, you actually have to close the whole thing out and reopen it as a fresh document. I actually don't know entirely why. It strikes me as a little silly, but sometimes Word is silly, even though it's a very powerful tool. Software isn't perfect. Anyway, so we have reopened our saved template as a new document. Now, say we want to have some, say we want to insert just some automatic text. Say we want to write a disclaimer that will go at the heading of every single document in this template. Disclaimer: this is a draft for your eyes only. So, a quick little disclaimer. So what we would do, and I'm just using auto text as an example. Feel free to play around, and with other aspects of Quick Parts, you can add, you can do things other than auto text. You can do pretty much anything we did in class in week 3. But I'm showing you this for simplicity's sake. So we've highlighted this disclaimer that we want to attach to our template and attach to Quick Parts. So save selection to Quick Parts Gallery. Name is disclaimer. Cool. Gallery. I want to save this in auto text. I could save it to the Quick Parts Gallery, but because it's automatic text category, I have this class stuff category. Now here's the important part. Save in class template 1. Don't save it generally to building blocks. Don't save it to normal. Save it to class template 1, because that is what is going to actually modify the original template we have created and allow you to send the template via email or a cloud server or whatever. So I'm going to reiterate this again. Save in class template 1 or whatever your template file name is. Save to the template. And then we actually have to go and save this as a separate document for it to work, which is inefficient, but again, software is not perfect. Template, auto text, whatever, doesn't matter. I'm saving it as a Word document. Now you're going to get prompted. Do you also want to save the changes to the document template? Although you have already said in the quick parts save save system that you want to save it to the template, it's going to ask you again because it wants you to be sure, because modifying the template, it can be a big deal if you're sharing things around. It can interfere with consistency if you modify a template and other people don't know, or too many changes happen at once. So say yes, you also want to save it to the document template. Then you can close out and let's see. What you want to do is, I'll just pull up my ACC email and show you how to send it. Just because I know you know how to attach a document to a file, but the important thing for me is being able to show you, just draw attention to what sort of file you're sending. So, compose. You want to send this template with the document. Documents. So all of our class template stuff is dropped down here. So even though this class template auto text is the document I have saved when I put the auto text and attached it to the template, I don't want to attach that. I actually want to attach class template 1, the original template, because that original template has been modified with all of those dialogues. Are you sure you want to save it? Are you sure? Yes, you are sure you want to save it there. So the template has been modified, so you want to send the template. So yeah, again, send the actual template. So most important points of this lecture: save your document as a template. If you want to use a macro at any point, save it as a macro-enabled template. When you want to add some sort of auto text or other quick parts feature, save those to the template, and then if you want to email something with quick parts attached, send the template, not the document you created. So that's it. This is a pretty quick tutorial. Again, I think you're going to find it pretty easy because most of the work when it comes to templates is doing the design up front, and we've covered that in week 5. Please do shoot me an email if you have questions, though. Have a great week.